What's up, guys? Camp Out coming at you with not a review but a comparison video. I spent a couple nights up watching other people's comparison videos, roughly 3 of them. Not a lot of low budget stuff. I'm not saying you have to be like on this major budget to get a comparison video done or any video done, so to speak, but in the area of testing out a shoe, I like to know if someone actually knows something about the shoes that they're looking at. I watched one comparison video and the kid had like a $6 pair of Keds. They were canvas. He sprayed them correctly. You could see it in the video. But I mean, as far as applying the water, and I think he did like mustard test, a ketchup test, no, mustard test, a syrup test, water test, and a soda test. And like all within the course of the same day, not even giving the shoe time to breathe. You obviously already wet the shoe, so it doesn't have time to dry. Like you have no idea what you're looking at, have enough water to clean the shoe off. Like it was just a lot of things that could have been done correctly in the video. And like if that was me and that was my product, I'd be like, oh, but you're not really representing my product that well. And we got like 300,000 views. So here, sponsored by ForceField, so I'm gonna get that out of the way right now. They asked me to do a video the way that I do videos. So basically like I don't lie about anything. So if I like something, I promote it. If I don't like it, I won't promote it. And you guys already know I mess with ForceField, so it's my favorite product to use to date. There's nothing else out there that even tops it for me right now. And you guys, if you've been watching the channel for a while, you know the first thing that I did a comparison video on were these two. And that was without anybody asking me to do it. So, I mean, it's only right that as time progresses, you step your game up and you do better things. But I picked up 2 identical shoes from Foot Locker, and my main purpose was to find a shoe that was inexpensive, 1, and then 2, something that can really display the nap and brush that you look for in a collaboration shoe. So it took me a while. I was in there for like an hour and a half looking through Foot Locker for a shoe that had really nice nap on the suede, and I found these. Really weird. I was like, Puma? Really? That's what I'm gonna go with today? They were 70 bucks, so 140 bucks for the 2 pairs. Definitely a good find. I mean, if they don't get messed up, I might just wear these bad boys. So like I was saying, I wanted to find something with a good nap. Like we all spend a lot of money on sneakers. A lot of the time we buy leather, you buy suede, you buy nubuck. But I think the hardest thing to clean and the hardest thing to keep clean is suede. Nubuck is a little bit short hair, so you really don't have to worry about it as much. You can brush it a little harder. You can get your stains out a little easier. But suede is just a long hair. It just gets tangled up in there, and it's hard to get any kind of dirt stains out of suede, no matter what, if you don't have any protectant on it. So these 2 pairs, I have 3 shoes that are gonna have something on it. So we'll go back to this stuff. We got Crep, we got Repel, and then we got ForceField. So Repel takes 24 hours to apply. So after I'm done doing this little talking situation here, I'm gonna bring the camera down, focus on the table. So you'll probably just see my stomach area. Sorry about that. I need a diet, I already know. But so I'll show you guys all the details and instructions as I'm doing them for each shoe. So I'll take a screenshot or I'll take a picture or something off their websites, prospective websites, and show you guys exactly what the the do's, the don'ts are that they suggest that you should do. And then I'll spray that specific shoe, and I'm gonna probably nail polish, even though this is a multicolored midsole, I'll nail polish each one for each brand. So purple will be for the Repel, I'll probably do black for the ForceField, and I might as well just do a yellow for the Crep, just because that's the other color that's not being used. I'm using purple for the other one. Anyway, so let's get into it. You gotta peep that date. So you got the next day, Wednesday, what is it today? I don't even know what it says. Privacy screen. Wednesday, September 14th. So. All right, guys, it's been a full 24 hours that Repel has been on this shoe. So what I did was, we have one shoe. I'm gonna get real close for you guys, just so you get an idea of what's going on here. So I'm gonna get the shoe all up in here. If I get some focus, it'd be great. So you see the shoe, whatever. I'm gonna give you a little, you check the brush strokes. This is the ForceField pair, right? You get your little brush stroke still. We did 2 coats. We all watched that go down. I'm gonna turn it this way so you guys get a better idea what's going on. Pull it back a little bit so you get the light. And then, so we did 2 coats. You're still getting brush strokes. I'm gonna come a little closer so you guys see the variation there, which is nice. You can see the ForceField inside, but I'll show you the bottom just so you know we're talking about the same shoe. That's the one we did with the pink on the bottom. Put that back inside. So obviously, like, nothing's been touched on the suede. So pros, we got good brush strokes after we did the application. And we're not gonna do a test yet until tomorrow, but I gotta do another thing of Repel. This is just a regular shoe. This is the one with nothing on it, nothing in it, as you can see there. I'll give you a little brush stroke action going on. Still pretty clean, back and forth. Obviously it should be fine because nothing's on it. Next up we got Crep. Crep still has, like, I haven't touched the shoe since yesterday. You guys can see Crep is inside there. I'll show you the bottom of it as well. That's the pearlescent black or whatever I used on there, purple, whatever color it is. Anyway, you can see like all these little weird hairs that are sitting on there. I mean, the brush stroke is there, but it's like a little stiff. But the brush stroke is there. But I mean, you might even be able to hear it. It sounds stiff, like as you're brushing it. But I mean, I don't know. It still has nap to it. But for some strange reason, it feels a little stiff. Like all these little hairs hanging off the side here. I don't know why this stuff all turned white. But I mean, I don't know. It should be fine, but I mean, like I said, it has a good nap to it. You're still getting a little brush stroke back and forth. I mean, I don't know if you could see it too well on the camera, but I could feel it on my finger. So I guess that's a positive. We're gonna put that back down, and then we're gonna get into the Repel real quick. I'm gonna have fun editing this. Now you could just see it like right off the bat that it's flat as all hell. Like it's like stiff. Like you can't even move it. So I don't know. The side of it says, you know, spray it evenly, make sure it's covered, coated 24 hours. I'm gonna do another coat. I'm not gonna like brush it or anything like that because I don't want to mess with the integrity of the actual application. But I don't know. Looks a little. Might not be too good. So overall, I'm gonna step behind the camera again. Crep and ForceField are the two that I'm definitely, obviously, gonna keep going with. I'm gonna finish the Repel side, but the fact that it stiffens up the suede is like a no-go right off the bat. And I mean, I'm trying to go by their instructions, 6 to 8 inches, 24 hours. I'm gonna give it another coat. I'm not gonna brush it because that's just silly. I mean, if you're gonna apply stuff, you usually brush it before they're brand new shoes, so I didn't have to do that. But that is like a primary key move, is to brush the shoe. If you have like old shoes that you just spruced up a little bit, you clean the midsole, take a suede or nubuck brush and just brush the whole shoe off and get all the dust and whatnot off before you apply any kind of aerosol to the shoe to make sure you're not gonna spray on dust or whatever. So yeah, ForceField is looking real good, as to be expected, because obviously I use it all the time anyway. 2 coats are done, so tomorrow when the other 24 hours is up, I'll be able to start my testing the morning after. So what's tomorrow? Tomorrow is Thursday, so Thursday night. So Friday morning, I should be able to get some testing going. So I'll probably throw something up on the Instagram, so you guys will see this going on. Kind of like a timeline progress before the video actually comes out, so you get little snippets and see what's going on. I'm sure ForceField will post it too, or whoever wants to post it will post it. But I mean, it's definitely good to know all this stuff. But I'm gonna switch the camera up to the angle on the shoe, get the other shoes out of the way, and give you the other application of the Repel on the last section, or the last shoe, and we'll get this thing out of the way. What's up, guys? So we're back at it, and I gave the Repel some time to cure. I didn't want anybody to say anything like, oh, you didn't give Repel enough cure time. So we got water, we got our Repel. That's what we're going with. I'm gonna turn the shoe over so you guys can see it's the purple for the Repel on the back half. I'll get it real close so you can see what I'm talking about. So you know we're using the one that we repelled. We're gonna go right off the bat. I'm gonna put this right up top here so you guys can see the brush that you guys used to have on this shoe is no longer here. I'll go back and forth. So the brush on the suede has been flattened due to the application of the Repel. So, I mean, you guys saw it go on. I knew it was gonna happen, but I mean, let me move this water to the side since we're about to do a water test. It'll be the first one. We applied on the 13th, today's now the 22nd, so I give it 5 days. So 24 hours of curing times times 2, so we got 48 hours of cure time, plus another 3 days to set into the shoes. Nothing has been done to any of the other shoes since then. I want to give it time to, you know, seep in, because it doesn't say any specific time to when you can start using it. It just says the longer you wait or the longer you let it set, the better the possibilities of lasting longer. So I said, okay, fine, I'll let it sit for a couple of days. As you can see, the side of the shoe as well, it's flat. There's no longer any brush strokes to it in comparison to, let's just grab the original shoe that has nothing on it. As you guys can see, there's nothing on this shoe. I'll bring it here closer so you can see there's no marking on it. But here you still get brush strokes on this suede. This is the original shoe. Nothing done to it. And we'll go back to the Repel. So I'm gonna stick this in here and we're gonna do water first so you guys can see what goes on with that. Let me back up a little bit. Smart water is just filled up with regular tap water, nothing crazy. So at least we can tell if it does any kind of repelling. So it looks pretty good. At least it's repelling the water. That's good. I mean, it flattened the suede, but that kind of sucks. Give it a little tap. Let the water bounce off, so that's good. Works on that side. Let's do this side. It works along the side of the shoe as well. Works along the side of the shoe as well, so no problems there. So, I mean, it works well. It just leaves a, it just dulls down the suede, so it doesn't have any more brush to it. So that's the one bad thing about that. We're gonna do the window test tomorrow. It'll start, so we'll see what kind of protection it has against sunlight. So that's Repel. We're gonna put this off to the side. I'm also going to do a jelly test once that dries a little bit. Next up we got Crep. Now Crep, when you guys saw the application process, it had like a white weird film or like dusting across the top of the shoe. It's still on there though. Like you can, I'm going to get a little closer for you. You can see like these little hairs all in the Puma logo here. They're all like white for some reason. That coloration never went away. The suede is still pretty decent. It doesn't have a brush stroke, but it's soft. So I guess that's a positive. We're gonna do a little test with some water. You could see some white spots in here as well. Oh, there we go, a little brush stroke there. But I mean, you can see some white areas all within the shoe here from the application and the aerosol, some white spots on the lacing, all up in this area here. I don't know why it does that, but let's do a little water test and see how it works. Same water. I'm gonna turn the shoe over before we do the water test so you guys can see that we got the black color there, I believe it was, for the Crep, or whatever it was. So let's put that back this way. Do a little water test action. Seems to be working pretty well. Pretty good. I mean, that coloration's not coming off though. I'm gonna turn it sideways, do this side. Seems to be working pretty well too. Okay, so at least that works. I don't see any water stains on this side, so that's good. I'm gonna tap that off, let you guys look at the shoe again. Inside, all along there, on here. Not so bad. So we got Repel down, we got Crep down, and this is the regular shoe. I'm gonna do that one real quick before I do ForceField. So this is just nothing on it. I'm gonna turn it over so you guys can see that there's no markings underneath like I did with the rest of the shoes, because this is the one I left alone. There's no spray. You still got the brush strokes on there, so see what it looks like as far as repelling water. It's not doing too bad. I mean, you get a little bubbling because of the suede, and you can see the water just resting on the top of the shoe there. I'm gonna tap that off and show it to you guys in the camera, so you can see the water just resting on the top there, so you know that there's no repellent on this shoe. Just to give you a heads up, and then we're gonna go into the ForceField. ForceField, obviously, I'm gonna turn the back over. It has the pink coloration on the back, like we did there. ForceField, we're gonna go with the brush strokes first. So we still got a light brush stroke across this, better than the other two shoes. I'm putting pressure. I can feel what's going on the shoe. I'm sure you can see what's going on the shoe as well. I really don't have to do too much work. There's no discoloration. But you can see the brush strokes on the sides. Maybe I'll come a little closer so you can see it. But I can see it from here, so I'm sure you can see it on the camera. Turn it this way. Brush stroke is nice, it feels good. We're gonna do water test. repelling water like it should. Let's go to the side now. Everything looks like it should. So positives, everything is cleared off the side here, off the toe box, no stains, little bubbling on the top there, little tap will get all that stuff off. And I mean, you have repellent on everything. So you can see exactly what the deal is. It's the shoe that has nothing. We'll go back to that. You can see the water stains across the top of that toe box. So obviously that's gonna be the shoe that we know has nothing on it. And that's part one of the test. Now I do have jelly on the table here, which I would like to try as well. So I'm gonna go fill the water up and then I'll be right back. And we are just using Welch's grape jelly, as you can see there. Get a little focus, good to go. Get back on our shoe. I'm gonna open this up and just let it drop right on there. So this is the Repel pair. Let me show you the back. I'm sure you can see it there. It's the purple. Turn this back over. I'm gonna get low. And that's jelly on the toe box. You guys can see it hitting. It's bouncing off pretty well. It's not doing too bad. I'm gonna hit it with water, see if it gets the rest of the jelly off, which it seems to be doing just fine, but I'm getting a little bit of water residuals on there. Not too bad though, we'll see if that stains. Get that out of here. We're gonna put this off to the side with our Repel can. Next up, we're gonna do our Crep pair. Put that up high again, same thing, Crep can, as you guys can see already. Turn this jelly, same thing, same guy. I'm gonna open it back up and just let it bead off the top. You get a better roll with this stuff, I'll give you that much. And that's it. Not too much sticking up top. We're gonna hit the rest with water again. Get that residual stuff off of there. Looks pretty good, not too bad. Better than Repel. There's nothing beading up. Oh, you got a couple of beads. Nothing too crazy, but nothing staining the shoe, which is the most important part. Let's get this out of here. Next, we're going to do the pair that has nothing on it, obviously. If we're gonna do it, we're gonna do it right. Turn it over so you guys see that there's nothing. You can still see the water stains from the first section, but I don't think this jelly is gonna stick too bad anyway, so we're gonna give it a go. See what happens. Not too bad. Just kind of bouncing off. Nothing really crazy. That's it. See if we get that residual off of there. I mean, the water stains are still there, but the jelly's not sticking, so that's good. But you can see all the water seeping into that original spot, into the laces now. So obviously you know that there's nothing on this shoe, but I just want to show you that we're testing it on everything, not just one thing. Okay. Next up, we got ForceField. Turn it over so you guys can see the pink on the back. The ForceField, wish I had red, but I don't. And I mean, obviously it's like sitting in water in the front there as well. It's the ForceField can, so you guys can see what it looks like. If you didn't already. Same jelly again. We're gonna open this up. We're just gonna let it peel off the toe box. All right. Let's get those off the laces, and we're just gonna give it a little rinsey. All right. Cool. I'm not really worried about this one because I test this one all the time. So I already know what it's gonna look like. Pretty much good on there. No jelly anywhere inside the lace. You get some water beating up, but that's about it. Let me try and tap it this way. My container's getting full, so. But that's what we look like for jelly and water test.